Hi, my name is Sam Wade. I'm here to talk today about wikis. Wikis are a powerful collaboration tool that can be used in a variety of ways. This presentation will focus on how to use wikis in the classroom. There are quite a few ways to use wikis in a classroom setting, and on my page you can find a link to a PDF that lists 50 ways that they can be used. And of course, I'm sure there are more than that. But here I'm going to focus on how to use them specifically as a collaborative study tool. First, let's go over what a wiki is. As defined by Wikipedia, a wiki is a website that allows collaborative editing of its contents and structure by its users. The first wiki was created in 1996 by Ward Cunningham. He called it Wiki Web. Wiki is a Hawaiian word meaning quick. Wikis are now found all over the web. While there are general wikis like Wikipedia, there are also wikis that are created and curated for more specific topics. I'll cover more on this later. But now, let's watch a video from Common Craft about wikis and what they are and how they are used.
These four friends are going on a camping trip. They need to bring the right supplies because they're backpacking. The group needs to plan and plan well, so coordination is key. They're all computer users, so they start planning with an email. It starts with one, but then becomes a barrage. Email is not good at coordinating and organizing a group's input. This is the old way. Boo! The important information is scattered across everyone's inbox. This isn't coordination. Let's start over. There is a better way. It requires using a website called a wiki. Using a wiki, the group can coordinate their trip better. This is the new way. Yay! Most wikis work the same. They make it easy for everyone to change what appears on a web page with the click of a button. It's as easy as erasing a word and rewriting it. The buttons are really important. There are two that are essential. They are edit and save, and they are always used together. Let's see them in action. Here are our camping friends, and this is a wiki website. Like all wikis, it has an edit button. Clicking this button transforms the web page into a document. All you have to do is click it, and the web page becomes a document ready for editing. Editing the page means you can add or remove words or change how they look, just like writing a letter. Once you're finished editing, you click Save, and the document becomes a web page once again and is ready for the next person to edit it. Easy. Edit, write, and save. Using this process, a group can coordinate more easily. Let's apply this to our camping friends who need to bring the right supplies. Mary signs up for a wiki site and then sees the new site for the first time. She clicks the edit button to get started. She creates two lists for camping, what we have and what we need. Under We Have, she lists the things she will bring, a cooler, stove, and flashlight. Under We Need, she lists items that others need to bring, compass, lighter, water, and food. She finishes the process by clicking Save, and the website now has lists for the camping trip. Now it's John's turn. John visits the wiki website, clicks Edit, and the page becomes a document ready for him to make changes. John volunteers to bring food and water, so he moves those to the Have column. He also realizes the group will need a knife and rope. Once he's finished, he clicks Save, and the wiki is ready for the next person. Henry visits the wiki, clicks Edit, and he can edit the page. He remembers they need a tent. Henry saves the page, and the wiki is ready for Frank. Frank edits the page and agrees to bring the remaining items, completing the process. Frank saves the page and realizes something awesome. The group has created the perfect camping list without email. Yay! But wait, one thing is missing. They need a location for the campsite. The wiki can help with this too, but another page is needed. John visits the wiki and clicks Edit to edit the page. Okay. He types in the word locations and highlights it. He then clicks the link button. This changes the word locations into a link to a new page. John clicks Save, and next, Frank visits the wiki and sees the list and the link to the new page. He clicks on the locations link and arrives at the new page. This new page enables the group to use the same edit, write, save process to coordinate locations. This process can be repeated over and over. These three buttons, edit, save, and link, make it possible to organize a great camping trip or create the world's biggest encyclopedia. You can sign up for your own wiki at these websites: PBWiki, WetPaint, or Wikispaces. I'm Lee Lefevre, and this has been Wikis in Plain English on the Common Craft Show.
Now that we know something about wikis and how they work, I'm going to talk about some of the wikis we can find throughout the web. The most famous and most used wiki in the world is Wikipedia. As you can see, the statistics are somewhat staggering. With over 400 million people who visit Wikipedia's 35 million pages every year. Of that, over 100,000 people are active editors, meaning they have edited at least one page in the past 30 days. That's a lot of people working for free, keeping Wikipedia up to date. The beauty and to some the problem with wikis is that every user is an editor. This can lead to inaccuracies, but the more people who use the wiki, the more those inaccuracies can be found and fixed. Studies continue to show that Wikipedia, while not without flaws, is at least as accurate as professionally edited encyclopedias like Encyclopedia Britannica. Now, wikis do not start and stop with Wikipedia. Wikis come in all shapes and sizes and cover numerous topics. There are wikis about video games. For instance, the WoW wiki about the World of Warcraft game contains over 100,000 pages. Once again, all of them created and edited by the users of the wiki. There is a wiki that acts as an online database for music lyrics to all your favorite songs. Galaxiki has created a wiki containing an entire fictional galaxy where its members can create their own histories about the star systems contained within it. There are wikis that act as parodies of wikis through satirical pages, and there are also classroom wikis. Classroom wikis can do lots of things. Here are a few different ways they can be used. A wiki could be used by students to create study guides for tests. Instead of the teacher creating something, the students can collaboratively create their own. Rather than telling each student to go home and create their own study guide, which can feel daunting, the students can work together to add content or ask questions for others to answer. This can be set up with a page for each chapter or each topic. Students can post questions and others can answer, or they can post topics that need to be covered and others can fill in their explanations. A wiki can be used as an online glossary. This could be useful as a vocab guide in English class or in history class, or as I'm hoping to use this year in my computer science class. As we learn new vocab, students can add the terms and definitions to the wiki, so they can find them in one convenient place online. And a great part about a wiki is that if a term uses a previously learned term in its definition, you can use the link button to link back to it. Another option is a problem-solving wiki. With a homework assignment, you could assign a more challenging problem on the wiki. Now the students can work together to solve the problem instead of trying to tackle it on their own. This can be a great way to offer more challenging problems to students without overwhelming them. You could also set up a wiki to act as an FAQ for the classroom. Students can add things that would be helpful for others to know, or they can work with the teacher in developing a set of expectations for the classroom. This would then be available all year to be updated and changed if needed. You could even keep these for future years and classes so future students can go to the wiki for answers and add to it as needed. And remember, the beauty of any of these options is that everyone in the class will have access to them. Below are links to a few classroom wikis I have found online. One is a history class that used a wiki to help cover a set of topics and made pages for those topics. Another is a storytelling wiki that an elementary class used to create a collaborative story. As you click through, you get to different parts of the story, and the students added to it. This type of collaborative learning can be incredibly powerful. Students who work in collaborative environments tend to have a higher degree of accomplishment. Teachers can assign more challenging tasks without increasing the workload because students will be working on them together. Stronger students benefit from being able to gain deeper understanding of material through teaching others, while weaker students benefit from the one-on-one tutoring. Collaborative learning leads to more and better questions being asked. Students also seem to gain a better sense of control over the material when working together. Wikis are a great way to use technology to make collaboration easier and more accessible to students. Here are a few resources I used. You can also find these links and a few more on my presentation page. Thanks, and I hope you learned something today.